guys, Thunderhound369 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at G.I. Joe Retaliation Cobra Commander. I picked this guy up the other day at Walmart for right around $9. A bit pricey, but what can you do? Everything's got to go up. But anyway, as you can see, there's the card back for the new Retaliation packaging. Now, I gotta say, my opinion, it's kind of a little boring. Now, it's got just this little orange and yellow burst in the background. It's got G.I. Joe Retaliation. It's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Roadblock, screaming at you. He's screaming at you, trying to get you to buy this, but and then you got Snake Eyes over here. Yeah, I mean, the packaging's not that fantastic, seeing it hanging on the pegs. It doesn't really just jump right out at you and say, buy me. It more or less got that little sad puppy dog look, like, you look down at the little puppy dog at your ankle, and he's like looking up at you like, take me home, please, please take me home, please. So it's just kind of a sad, boring packaging. And back here you got the product placement for Cobra Commander. And then up here it says, Cobra Commander is the evil leader of Cobra and the most dangerous man alive. His staff of power strikes with fury, launching a venomous missile from the snake's mouth. Most dangerous man alive. The guy in the 80s that was always yelling, retreat, retreat, is the most dangerous man in the world. Yeah. Okay. It must be going with his old 80s comic book personality, because in the comics, Cobra Commander would just pretty much shoot a G.I. Joe right between the eyes. But in the cartoon, he was, retreat! I don't know. And then we got other figures. We've got Roadblock, Pass, looks like shit. We've got the G.I. Joe Trooper, maybe, I don't know, might wait for it to go on clearance. And then we got the Red Ninja, Pass. And they did have a Duke, looks like absolute crap, so definitely pass on Duke. They had Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. They look kind of decent, but not really. I don't know, I may wait for them to go on clearance. Who else have I seen? Seen Zartan, looks like shit. I've seen the Cobra Trooper, which I'll probably pick him up. But anyway, we've got, he also includes 2 blasters and load the missile and press head to fire. Oh, also, I found this little thing. So that's out of the way. Got the little instruction sheet showing you how to put the staff together, how to fire it. Don't really need them. But there's something right here I wanted to point out. It's a little story of who G.I. Joe is. G.I. Joe is the world's greatest special ops force with top secret ninja training from the toughest of masters. Led by Ultimate Ninja Commando Roadblock, these elite heroes defend the globe from the evil forces of Cobra. So now, Roadblock is a Ninja Commando. And G.I. Joe is the greatest special ops fighting team of all time with top secret ninja training from the toughest of masters. So that means they're turning all the G.I. Joes into ninjas. I can do without that little background. But anyway, here we go. As far as the figure and the accessories that he comes with. First up, we'll take a look at this little fluorescent neon bright orange Cheetos missile of doom type thing. As you can see, this thing is just one big gob of bright fluorescent neon orange. I think it's supposed to represent flame or something, but that's his missile. Then we got the staff, which comes in 2 pieces. We got the handle, which has got some pretty good detail to it, just a little gray plastic, that's all it is. And we've got the head of the staff, nice little cobra head. And this thing's got some really good detail molded into it. We got the red little eyes, got blue and red around the, I guess what's that they call it the fan, I think. Opens up. Got fangs. You can see there's a little stress mark on this one fang right here, or that's a little area they didn't paint, but I think it's a stress mark. I don't know why. It's not like I've been putting any pressure to it, and you just put it back together. You just, there you go. And it's so big, it won't fit. It won't actually fit in Cobra Commander's hands, so he can't actually hold it because it's so big. Anyway, take the missile, put it in. You heard the little snap, and it should fire. Ready? You just push down on the back part, and yeah. See that again? Wasn't really all that exciting. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boring. Yeah, it don't go very far. I had a little trouble with it when I first got it out of the package. I don't know if I just wasn't pressing on it hard enough or what, but it was just like that. So I think you just gotta like mash the shit out of it sometimes to get it to shoot. Damn. Sorry guys. Anyway, this little snot wad right here is going to go in a plastic baggie, go in the drawer, and never see daylight again. This I'm probably going to use as something to display it somewhere, because like I said, you can't get it to fit in his hand. Or I couldn't, because it's just so heavy duty. I couldn't get it in there. Somebody else may be able to, but I couldn't get him to hold it. But anyway, get that out of the way. Here we have one of the blasters, as they called it. Nice little gray molded machine gun. Not a lot of detail to it, just one solid piece. Now he can hold the blasters, but this one is a bit tricky to get him in his hand. It's a little bit finicky, or at least on this one it is. Come on. Now the other day I had you in there just perfect, and now all of a sudden, well, take my word for it guys, he can hold it, but it's finicky to get him in there because it's got this little piece right here, and the way it's made, it's just finicky. The pistol on the other hand is in a little holster. It's a little bit different. It's just not a whole lot to it either, but he can hold it really well. Well, get it in here where it's got that trigger finger. It'll look a little bit better. Maybe. And I can see why I ain't done a video in a while. I'm all fumble fingers. There we go. As you can see, he does hold the pistol quite well. Now we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Get that out of the way. Take a look at Cobra Commander himself. As you can see, Cobra Commander here, he's got a lot, he's awesomely detailed. He's got a lot of awesome detail, awesome sculpt. And he's got this little bandolier that comes around him. And it is removable. There is a little peg right here where you can take that off, but I ain't going to, because usually if I take flak vests or something like that off these guys, I can't get it back on for crap. So I'm just going to leave that on. Got the nice little molded pouches around it, around the belt line. Got this little gold colored rope around his arm, around his right arm. Got the Cobra logo just on his chest. And like I said, I love the detail on this guy, especially this head sculpt. He's got a nice little black helmet. Got the nice little black chin piece that comes underneath him. It's sculpted in such a way that you've got a Cobra head just above his forehead, and you've got snake fangs, two on top and two on the bottom. It's sculpted in such a way that it reminded me, when I first saw this guy, it reminded me of almost being something that Serpentor would wear. Just put a mask over Serpentor's face. That's what it reminded me of. And it looks quite nice, I think. Back piece, I kind of wish you might add a little paint to these elbow pads, these blue elbow pads, just kind of bleh. Got the nice little paint here, black. Got the Cobra logo on his knee pads. You can see that. Got a nice little mold on the boots. Bottom of the feet. He does have peg holes. It's a shame they didn't give him a display stand. Would have helped a whole lot. Putting him in with my Cobra Commander collection. I may have to steal a stand off of a figure that I'm no longer displaying and give it to him. As far as his articulation, his head will go full 360, and his head seems like it's a little bit big for this body, but it's okay. I kind of like that for this figure, but now the Duke figure, the head stands out bad. It does go up and down, a little side to side. Arms will go full 360. We'll go up to here, and this is where it loses me. Articulation, elbow joint only bends 90 degrees. Straight. Now, if you get it at a 90-degree angle, it will not go full 360 for some reason. I did not know why until I realized it's hitting the elbow pad. It will not go full 360, but if you straighten the arm out, you can get a full 360 degree bend. But over here on the right arm, on the other hand, bend 90 degrees. You can almost get it to go 90 degrees. But thanks to these elbow pads, they kind of hinder the swivel. But what can you do? Does have wrist swivel, but no, doesn't have any of the new where it goes back, forward, up, down. Doesn't have any of that. Kind of a shame. The articulation here does have abs. Will go back and forth slightly, and he can rotate full 360 degrees. I thought the bandolier would inhibit it, but nope, didn't get in the way at all. Legs forward, back a little bit, out to the side. No bicep, no swivel at the upper leg. Single jointed knee. That's all you get. 90 degrees. No ankle. Nothing. I mean, that's it. So Hasbro cheaped out on the articulation, but for the loss of articulation, I'm not too disappointed with it. I mean, you can't get it in a whole lot of major variety like poses because you don't have an ankle anymore. But you know, it's no real major loss. I mean, the figure does look great. It looks good. I'm not arguing that. But I know this is a kids line. I know this is the movie year. This is the year that they aim everything for kids. Well, sorry, not this time. The movie doesn't come out until 2013 now, so this is no longer a G.I. Joe movie year. It's just another figure year. So I know this is for kids, but I would much rather, I mean, I do like the staff. This missile firing gimmick, shit. I may try to do something else with this since he cannot really hold it. I'll probably display it somewhere, but I just wish instead of this, we'd have got a display stand. Yeah, I just tossed it. So, anyway, there we have G.I. Joe Retaliation Cobra Commander. What can I recommend? Well, I can recommend that if you're only going to buy a handful of figures out of this wave, I recommend starting with Cobra Commander and the Cobra Trooper first. Start with those two. Don't run out and buy Roadblock or Duke first, because you will not buy no more, because Roadblock and Duke look like absolute shit. I'm only being honest. I've seen them in person. I've seen reviews. I've seen reviews of them, and I have seen them in person, and I am not impressed with them. I mean, I'm really not impressed with the rest of the figures other than just Cobra Commander and the Cobra Trooper. So, guys, can I recommend picking this guy up? Yeah, I can recommend picking Cobra Commander up. But as far as the rest of the figures, I'll either pass or wait for them to hit clearance. So, until next time, guys, this has been my look at G.I. Joe Retaliation Cobra Commander. I'm Thunderhound369. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm out of here. See you guys. Later.